Dear friends, in this video, we would like to inform you about all the most important news for the cryptocurrency market. For example, today we will talk about the fact that the US regulators started to investigate the operations of Genesis Global Capital, and of course we will talk about all other key news. You're on the Make Money channel, let's sort it all out. A few US regulators are investigating a possible violation of law by financially struggling cryptocurrency lender Genesis Global Capital. This is reported by Barron's. According to the director of the Alabama Securities Commission, Joseph Borg, the investigation is focused on several companies. Regulators across the states will examine Genesis Global Capital and other firms to determine whether citizens were involved in investments in crypto-related securities without proper registration. Borg did not name any other participants involved in the investigation. Genesis had previously frozen withdrawals and new loans, citing the customers' abnormal withdrawal requests after the FTX collapse. According to NYT sources, the company has not excluded an option of bankruptcy. The WSJ reported on Genesis' request for $1 billion of emergency financing. According to media reports, Binance declined to bail out the company due to a potential conflict of interest with parent digital currency group of Barry Silbert. Next, my friends, let's move on to more important news. US congressman called FTX crisis a failure of crypto industry regulation. US House of Representatives member Tom Emmer criticized SEC head Gary Gensler and former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried in comments to Fox Business in the wake of the Bitcoin exchange crisis. FTX's collapse is not a crypto failure. It's a failure with CeFi, Gary Gensler, and Sam Bankman-Fried. Decentralization is the point, Emmer explained. The congressman mentioned rumors of a conversation between Gensler and Bankman-Fried in March 2022 about the possibility of FTX receiving special regulatory treatment. He also called it the SEC responsibility to oversee such failed cryptocurrency projects as Celsius Network, Terra, and Voyager Digital. We need to get to the bottom of this. We need to understand why Gary Gensler and the SEC were not doing their job. We need to understand how this was allowed to get to the point where people's savings are getting hurt, Emmer added. In July, the congressman accused the SEC of unethical treatment of the digital asset industry. And the last news for today, my friends, is that Justin Sun did not rule out a possible merger between Huobi and Poloniex. Cryptocurrency exchanges Huobi and Poloniex may merge in the future. Tron founder Justin Sun said this in a comment for the blog. On November 25, journalist Colin Vu, referring to his own sources, reported on plans for a merger between the two platforms. Sun denied the information and specified that the two companies remained independent. However, he did not rule out such developments in the future. In 2019, as part of a group of investors, the entrepreneur acquired Poloniex. Sun initially denied any involvement in the deal. In October 2022, Huobi Global agreed to sell a majority stake in Hong Kong-based investment company About Capital Management. The parties did not disclose the financial terms. According to Vu, Sun was the ultimate beneficiary of the purchase. The amount could be as much as $1 billion. The Tron founder said he was not involved in the deal. Representatives of the exchange specified that he became one of the participants in the advisory board of the company. According to Vu, the entrepreneur spoke to the team of the platform. In his speech, he said that the strategy would revolve around the HT exchange token and the company would not return to the Chinese market. Subsequently, Huobi announced rebranding and maximizing the use of HT to develop the exchange. In the press release, the platform quoted only Sun. The latter, now serving as Grenada's ambassador to the WTO, put a link to Huobi in the description of his Twitter account. For the last 24 hours, the volume of spot trades on Huobi made about $283.4 million. The platform is on the 7th position of CoinGecko rating. Poloniex corresponding figure is $36.1 million. Now let's talk about Bitcoin price from our analyst. Let's analyze the Bitcoin chart in the 4-hour time frame. In one of the reviews, we suggested that with a very high probability, we can get a smooth decline that I've marked with a black arrow. In the past days after the squeeze, highlighted with a purple rectangle, the main traded level is in the range from $16,125 in purple to $16,700 in green, which acted as resistance, and we got a downward movement, which can still stretch and be smooth with a decrease of the bottom and peak to the $15,500 zone that I've marked with red color. If we reach the $15,500 zone and get no reaction and continue the squeeze and smooth decline, then Bitcoin may go down in price value to the zone of 13,000–14,000 per Bitcoin coin. At this point in time, and by looking at the chart on any time frame, we can see all the signals indicating that there will be a continuation of the decline in the asset's value. My friends, that's all we have. Thanks for watching. Don't forget that we also have our Telegram channel, which is in the description below the video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and of course like this video. Make money!